Assalamualaikum. Today we want to discuss about the case study, and the issue we want to discuss is about issue of buying and selling online. Okay, as we know, buying and selling has been part of business since the beginning of the time. Okay. However, buying and selling activity may now be done more easily at any time of the day, even night, or no limited time basically. And by using an online system using a smartphone or other internet connected device, it is simple to deal online, but it also causes a number of issues. Okay, some of issue that may arise during an online transaction, which is first, the quality of the item sold. This is due to the buyer inability to physically inspect the thing to be purchased. The seller only sees the image of the item to be sold. Okay. Second, a very high for fraud, where the buyer has made the payment but the goods have not been delivered to the buyer. And third, a potential buyer failure to pay, where the seller has delivered the goods to the buyer but the buyer has not made the payment. If we want to relate it to this issue, we can see the system about COD. Okay, let's continue about the issue that we want to discuss. Okay, the cases that we have is Sarah cases, which is Sarah was bored at home and want to go to shopping. She is unable to leave the house though due to a movement control order, which is MCO. Okay, put in the place to stop the COVID-19 outbreak from spreading. Okay, after seeing numerous company including Lazada, Zalora, and others, advertise their product online, Sarah made the decision to buy things online. Okay, on the Zalora website, Sarah want to purchase some new apparel. One of the items she want to purchase is pre-order item, which is she must pre-order in order to receive. Okay, Sarah want to purchase gold as well because the website she want to use has a discount. Sarah has never purchased anything online as she has doubt about the legitimacy of internet purchasing after hearing that there is no account. She was concerned that her purchase was not acceptable in Islam. Regarding about the Sarah cases, we can say that this control and all subsequent process are valid, but with the condition, no specific period is specific for delivery of the goods and acceptance takes place at that time.
Rules of buying and selling online. The term and condition of sale and purchase must be followed in every sale and purchase. According to Dr. Wahbah Zuhaili, the majority of scholars have agreed on the following guidelines for purchasing and selling, which are stated in his book Al-Islam wal Adilatu. First, buyer. Second, seller. Third, sirah akad. Lastly, good sold. Term of sale by online. Why the following requirement must be met for the item to be purchased and sold? First, existence. Second, is not something that illegal like fees. Third, can be hand over to the buyer. Fourth, the goods belong to the sellers. Lastly, known by the contracting parties. One of One of the concerns that are frequently related in e-commerce and online firms that use computers as middlemen in conducting a commerce transaction. Use of sale by online. One of the concerns that are frequently related in e-commerce and online firms that use computer as middlemen in conducting e-commerce transactions is the form of the contract, including verbal, written, deed, and gesture contracts. As a result, the transaction can be regarded as a written contract because the buyer and seller communicate via computers, and every bit of information sent between them can be printed. It's also a type of contract that the Sharia permits to demonstrate that will both contracting parties, regardless of whether they are both able to talk. One of them is able to speak exclusively or neither can.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Amy Shabazir Binti Azmi, Normative number 8808106. From the article We Studies, we found several issues and created several situations. From this situation, we developed 3 questions. The first question is, what is the method of performing an online sales contract that could be implemented based on the current developments that occur in online sales activity? This question based on current situation. The first method of performing an online sales contract that can be implemented based on the current developments that occur in online sales activity is agreement via email. Second is agreement through the virtual market. And third is engagement through social media. Second question from the session is, what is the law on selling goods by pre-order and on online platforms in Islam? This question is based on Sarah's situation. Pre-order business model can be used on online marketplaces like Lazada and Shopee, since they are incorporate salam sales, which is pay upfront and receive products later, and ijarah wages contracts, both of which has been approved by legal experts as necessary. Additionally, the customer's return or refund policy can eliminate the change that the goods will not be delivered or will not be specified in accordance with Islamic Khilaf principles. The last question from Sarah's session is, what is the law of buying gold online? Is it legal in Islam? When a sale and buy involve two different but equally unusually containing categories of unserious products, such as both in the form of money or food, the sale and purchase must satisfy 2 requirements in order to be valid and free of usury.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alisa binti Nazaidi. My metric number 820-82309. Connection between Qawaid Fiqhiyah and sale by online. The word Qawaid Fiqhiyah consists of 2 words, namely Qawaid and Fiqhiyah. Qawaid is the plural of the word, which means original, basic, or policy. The law of conduct, contract on feasible good, and the law of making contract on steel product procurement are 2 concerns related to the sale of commodity online. Scholars hold different opinions, but according to Stan Hanafi, whoever buys something that is not seen, unseen, then buy and sale is lawful and has the right to continue the sale or purchase, while the Maliki school hold that purchasing and selling acute commodity is permissible. It is necessary to disclose the priority if the goods are not included in the contract. Conclusion: the sophistication of today is technology has resulted in a variety of apps that make it easier for people to go about their daily life. E-commerce benefits consumers as well as merchants by providing convenience and rewards. Those adaptation and application based on suitability as a clear picture related to the necessity of e-commerce to avoid public confusion. And last, if it fits the rules and circumstances of buying and selling, the risk of e-commerce is like this and muamalah that does not clash with the purchasing and selling system established by Sharia. Thank you.
Based on the case study, we learn a lot about Islamic banking and finance, which is about the transaction between buyers and sellers during the time of the Prophet SAW. In Islam, both the seller and the buyer must agree for the transaction to be genuine in a commerce. Imam Al-Qurtubi defined batil unjustly as through unjust means, which includes usury, gambling, violating rights, and other forbidden ways, with the exception of commerce or business if both seller and buyer agree. Besides that, it is very important in Islam to find a halal job because it affects the blessing of life as a Muslim. This is because it will be our flesh and blood when we use the income of our work. Furthermore, we discover that certainty is not defeated by uncertainty, which is the maxim that may be utilized to avoid misunderstanding. We can use the hadith related to the maxim that is certainty not overcome by doubt in our daily life except those that have been prescribed by Sharia.